What is up, Karatics? Welcome back to the series where I recustomize and review past DLC vehicles to have for microphone quality before late 2019. So as always guys, feel free to let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me recustomize next. I'll display your most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video we're going to be customizing the Ocelot Locust, which I customized / reviewed back in 2019 when it released. So the Locust released with the casino update drip feed in August of 2019 and is available from the Legendary Motorsport website for a price of about 1.6 million. Now this car is in the sports class, and even though it looks like it would be some fantastic handling, grippy track car, it unfortunately isn't. It handles like a normal sports car pretty much, and it even has pretty average acceleration and speed as well, and this makes it a below average performing sports car in the class for track performance, which I think is a shame considering the look of this car and also its price tag too. But at least it does look pretty unique, and the customization is pretty decent as well. Now in terms of what the Locust is based on, it's primarily based on the Lotus 311. This car in real life has 450 horsepower and weighs less than 2,000 pounds, which is an insanely impressive power to weight ratio, which again I think should have translated to a great performing sports car in GTA Online, but sadly Rockstar sort of fumbled this one a bit, but it is what it is. At least it still looks cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Locust. Alright, Locust, let's do it. Okay, so we got armor, brakes, all the normal stuff here. Exhaust. So you got a twin boxed exhaust, then you got the radial box, titanium split, large boxed, and then you got the triple exhaust inside of the boxed exhaust. Interesting. Okay. I do like the dual round. I don't really like any of these squared off exhaust personally, so I guess I'll keep the stock one. From bumpers, so you got a street bumper, makes it look a lot more simple. Looks great though. I like the way it changes the front end look of this car. Then you got the street carbon, so it adds like a carbon center section there. Then you got the street vented, which gives you some vents on the sides of the bumper, and it adds a splitter. Then you got the carbon version of that, so it gives you the carbon bottom of the grille and also the carbon splitter. And you got GT bumper, which changes the bumper completely, again. And then you have a more aggressive splitter compared to the other one. Then you got the race bumper, another different bumper with a massive front splitter. Then you got the carbon version of that with carbon in the bottom section of the bumper. Wow, some very interesting bumper options. I feel like I like this one the most. I wish this one would have had a splitter without the side vent. I feel like it's a little excessive, but I guess we'll go with the the street vented carbon bumper. We'll do that. Hood, you got the scooped hood, very simple. Then you got the twin scooped. Then you got the power bulge, which I guess would be the most similar to the real car there. Then you got the vented hood, and then you got the vented hood with vents. So all great options there. I think I'm gonna go with the power bulge hood, so we'll do that. Lights, we'll leave those the way they are. Liveries, so you got black stripe, just single black stripe. Doesn't go, oh yeah, it goes under the spoiler too, nice. And then you got the white stripe version of that. Then you got the yellow, the Chronos, and then you have basically all the racing liveries here. Not bad, not bad.
Whatever you desire.
Great options there. This car, it does have a secondary color, which is basically stripes, just like the real car. I personally like that instead of doing a livery. I feel like the livery is just not my thing. For this particular car, so I'm definitely gonna do a color combo with this. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do the plate. I don't think I have a Lotus plate, so we'll just put my track plate on there. But back to respray. So the most iconic color combination for this car is that metallic sort of like green with the yellow secondary, which is, you know, not a bad color combo, but I feel like that's done a lot, and I believe I did that when I first customized this car. So I want to do something a little different. So I did come across this build here, which is like a black and like a copper goldish kind of color with the wheels matching. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to do a matte black primer to get rid of the pearl, and then I'm going to throw my crew black on here, which as you can see is darker than the normal black. And then for our secondary, we're going to utilize the GTA Plus chameleon colors here, but if you don't have one of these, of course you can just do a metallic, actually you can go to metals, and then you can go here and do a pure gold or a brush gold, which are great options. Anyway, we're going to go to the secondary. I'm going to go to chameleon. I'm going to go down here. The anodized gold is great, but I feel it's a little too bright. And then the copper is pretty much the color that I want to do. The champagne just a little too bright, so we're going to go with the anodized copper pearl. In direct sunlight it looks a little brighter, so we'll do that. And then the equivalent for this car, for those of you wondering, goes on the doors. Roll cage. So you got cage with black seats, primary cage with black seats. So it does change the seats compared to the stock ones, and it adds this roll cage. And all these options are just different variants of the roll cages with foam and stuff. Personally, I'm not too much of a fan of this. I think it looks a lot better just fully open, but you know, all personal preference there. Skirts, you got the primary street skirts, then you got the secondary version of that. Then you got carbon, primary, secondary, carbon. I wonder how this would look with the, let's see here, respray. Let me see the front bumpers really quick. Is there, oh wow, this one will do the stripes going down all the way, and this one cuts it off. Interesting. I feel like it's maybe a little too much though. And there's no secondary front splitter, so why would you have a secondary side skirt that wouldn't even match? Okay. Carbon version of that. Then you got the massive racing skirt. So there's two different skirts, just in different color combinations. We'll do the carbon street one. I feel like the racing one's a little too big. You know, this matches our front splitter perfectly, I think. Spoiler upgrade. So you got carbon, then you got the GT spoiler, carbon primary. You got the aggressive, which is a top-mounted spoiler. Then you got the street spoiler. And then you have the race spoiler, which would probably be the most similar to the real one. But I definitely want to do the carbon version of that. I don't want the stripes on the spoiler in this case. Suspension, definitely this thing needs to be lowered. We'll lower it all the way. Transmission. Turbo. Now, wheels. So the stock wheels on this car are the ones, pretty much the same ones from the T20, you know, the stock T20 wheels. So they did copy that from that car. I don't like the way they look on this car. I think they look awful. You know, the big chrome twin 5-spoke wheels, they just don't look good on this car to me. So I want a nice twin 5-spoke wheel. I feel like it suits this car very well. So we'll go to the street category, and if you notice this car, a lot of cars, they have basically different concaves and obviously sizes to fit the car. This one has an insane concave to it, and when you put concave wheels, I mean, look at how crazy it just looks. So good on this car. Hyper fresh wheels, and the look at the Segway concaves. It just looks insane, and the Mercy concaves look even crazier. I think those look sick on this car. So I'm like sort of between the Hyper Fresh, even though these are not twin 5-spokes, but I think they look pretty good, and the Mercy concaves. But I think I'm gonna go with the Mercy concaves. So yeah. So the real car does have a nice twin 5-spoke wheel. So I think that's why I want to go with these. And then wheel color, we're gonna go to down here to our GTA Plus wheel colors, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the matching anodized copper pearl. And look at that. I think that looks incredible. That color combination with those wheels and everything, that just looks gorgeous. And that's all the options there. Obviously, you know, window tints, because this car doesn't have windows. And yeah, alright. Exit to ground, let's take it for a drive. I'm surprised there's no rear bumper options, like no diffusers or anything like that. Very surprising. Alright, to the sun here. Oh yeah. Wow. That looks insanely good. That's what customization is for. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, if you don't have the GTA Plus colors, the metals gold is a great alternative. Obviously it doesn't change like crazy in the sun like this one does, but I mean it's still a really good alternative. And then for the wheel color, you can just do the regular gold. It's very similar, but yeah. First person, you got so the dash is not like carbon, it's like a gray, and then it has some carbon trim here and there. Carbon on the door panels. I love the full carbon seats. Interesting car. Alright, floor it. Of course, this thing is rear wheel drive. The steering response is very good. So at least it has that. But like we talked about before, handling wise, it's pretty much like your average sports car, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, the turn-in is pretty good. Like right here, the back end's a little loose. This car does not like the bumps that much. The back end is like fully loose. A strange car to drive. Wow, this thing does not like bumps. So you combine a car that doesn't like bumps and the back end is very loose, and yeah, you get a car that doesn't really handle all that great overall. So this is one of those cars that you really can't trust it in higher speed cornering because it will just, you know, spin out and kill you. I'd say it's somewhat like recoverable. It's a pretty easy, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like 100% easy to recover like other cars in the game, but I mean, it's manageable. This is one of those cars that's just a handful to drive, which it shouldn't be that way, you know? This is supposed to be this lightweight track car. I mean, that was literally built for that in real life, and in this game, it's just a bit of a shame the way it handles. But here's first person. Interesting driving experience here, like fully open in front of you, no windshield, no nothing blocking your vision. It's almost like you're in one of the open wheel cars. Oh. Of course, we got the digital tack and all that. Interesting car. Very interesting car. Is it worth $1.6 million? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't really think so, but definitely a very interesting car to drive. Interesting looking, that's for sure. You really buy this car mainly for the looks if you like, you know, a car that looks like this. Wow, I didn't know everything opens up on this car. I kind of forgot. It's been a while. So we got the fuel cell with the fuel filler sticking out of the hood, which I think is really cool. Nice race car reference touch. Awesome, nicely detailed there. I love these full carbon seats. Obviously in real life they'd be terribly uncomfortable, but in the game it does look really cool in this thing. Very simple. The carbon, I like it a lot. We got the engine model there. The carbon V8 engine model. Not bad, man. I mean, at least the details there, everything opens up. It seems like, you know, it has the looks, the detail, and the customization, except the rear bumper options for some reason. It just really lacks the handling, and I guess the speed. It needs a little bit more speed, and the handling. This thing should have handled like an SE Sport, right? Like, you look at this car and you would expect it to handle like a monster, but it unfortunately doesn't, which I think is a bit of a shame and a bit of a letdown from Rockstar. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of this car. I think it's a cool car to maybe have in your garage for the styling, if you like these little, like, what they call track toys in real life. But yeah, definitely let me know down below in the comments what vehicle you want to see me recustomize next from late 2019, although I haven't recustomized again yet. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.